All right, welcome into another edition of the 2022 MLB Draft Show, and I'm really excited for this one. Tonight we've got Iowa Hawkeyes' own Adam Mazur. Adam, what is going on? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, so we like to start this thing off by giving you an opportunity to just introduce yourself. Tell the viewers, the listeners, a little bit about who Adam Mazur is off the field, but more importantly, what kind of a competitor you are on the field.
I'm just a kid from Minnesota. Off the field, I like to kind of fish and golf, hang out with family and friends. Really big on that. I really enjoy my family time, and so kind of in the off season, that's kind of where you can find me. And then competitive wise, I don't know. I want to win it no matter what I'm doing. Doesn't matter if it's a board game or what a baseball game. I wanna come out as the winner.
Now, talk to me a little bit about your stuff because it's obviously taken a big step forward. But what pitches do you throw? How do you like to work them into your repertoire? What kind of a pitcher are you?
Um, I feel like I can kind of pitch power and finesse, especially kind of working with Robin here at Iowa. It's been amazing to kind of have him change me into a completely different pitcher. I feel like my fastball now plays a lot better. And before I was throwing a four seam and a two seam, and after working with him, I only go four seam because it's getting a lot more vertical break and it's able to play up and down in the zone, which is nice. Slider's pretty much been the same since high school, and so it's been my kind of go to pitch. Haven't had to change that at all, so that's been nice. Kind of just fine tuning locations and different focal points with it. And then since the summer, my changeups really come on. I felt like I was really forced to throw out in the summer, especially being a starter out there. You need at least three pitches out there to get those kind of guys out, and so it was nice to kind of develop that a little bit out there. And then recently, the curveball's been working. It was something that I really started to learn in the wintertime, and we kind of just threw it out there a couple times against Rutgers, and it was working. So we've gone to it a lot more, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, four pitch guy, I think you're underselling how diabolical the breaking balls are. Both of them are pretty nasty, man. But I want to go back to last year you're with South Dakota State, 91 to 94, 90 to 93. Command was here and there. Streaky performer, and then you go to the Cape. You see your stuff kind of tick up a little bit. The velo's moving up. The breaking ball's a little bit more firm. Still command. You're hot some days. You're not. But then you arrive to Iowa. First of all, I want to know why you decided to transfer to Iowa. What made Iowa your home? But secondly, how did you become over the course of 12 months this kid that's touching 99 and sitting 94 to 96 with a couple of plus breaking balls?
Reason I chose Iowa is my very first start out in the Cape. Coach Heller was there, and so that spoke volumes to me. Having the head coach of the school being out there for my very first start, and then after that, was able to have two different Zooms with Robin, and he went over this very detailed PowerPoint. I could tell from the start that that's how it's going to be, and I would get to learn a whole bunch of different stuff, which was very new to me because the technology they have here is unreal. It's honestly top of the top, and so I've been truly blessed by having this kind of access, and then having Robin, who has a PhD in biomechanics and a teaching background where he knows kind of how to explain different things to different guys, and really, if you're not picking up one way, he can think of two or three different ways to explain the same thing, and maybe just focus on a different part of the body, which is honestly how I've become a lot better and a lot more. I've been able to command it a lot better and have kind of jumped in velo because of the different motor movements that I've kind of changed, and it's changed my mechanics. And so I've just really worked with the PVC pipe and just worked on staying a lot more stacked up, and then when I land, just making sure that my hips aren't flying open too soon. And so that's just really kind of being more grounded has really helped me, and then allows me to pronate through the fastball a lot more, which I mean, it makes it kind of feel like it's jumping out of my hand.
Absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about the data because it's really good. Uh, yeah, it's. I mean, it's really good. It's scrapping the two seam, moving to the four seam, especially with how much depth your breaking balls get. I think it makes a lot of sense. I want to know, how do you incorporate data? Do you get on the Edgertronic often? Are you doing Rapsodo sessions? Is this more of a something that you focus on in the preseason, or it sounds to me like when you went from South Dakota State to Iowa, you were introduced to a million new things. So I would just like to know kind of how you like to integrate those things into your training.
Yeah, so at South Dakota State, we had Rapsodo, but it was kind of new to all of us, so we didn't use it quite as much. And then the first day I stepped on campus, we had a complete biomechanic assessment of every single pitcher, and so we had the little dots on us and had to go into a pitching lab and throw a couple pitches just to kind of see how each guy moved. And that to me was an unreal experience because I had never done anything like that, and so that was really cool. The very first day I got down here, kind of jumping right into the deep end with that kind of stuff, and then kind of slowed it down from there. And especially now that we're in spring ball, we really just focus on TrackMan and Rapsodo.
Hmm.
So every bullpen will have a TrackMan or Rapsodo on us. But then in the fall, we always had TrackMan Rapsodo with Edger. And so we could kind of see how the pitchers are coming out, and then really, especially in the wintertime, when we were focusing on either gaining velo or focusing on kind of fine tuning pitches, depending on what Robin thought was best for you. You really got to play around with a bunch of different technology tools, and it was a lot of fun because kind of seeing the changeup come out on Edger really helped because I could see that it was coming off my pointer and middle finger instead of my middle and ring finger, which making that little change has really helped me kind of gain more depth and take off some velo.
Yeah, you seem to really understand it, man. I want to talk about the fastball because the numbers that I've seen, some of the hop that you're getting on that pitch, pretty elite stuff. It's not, I mean, it's not always there, but there are times where that thing just explodes out of your hand. Is there a target number that you go for, or do you just kind of let it rip and see what happens?
I just kind of let it rip. I don't really, especially in the game, I'm not too focused on the kind of data stuff behind it or the
Yeah.
velo. I'm just going out there and trying to do my job of getting outs and giving the team a chance to win.
How about clean fuego? You guys work with any clean fuego balls just to see if you can get more optimized, efficient spin?
We have those. I have used it a couple times, but definitely not something that is a day-to-day thing. But we have access to them, and we have, I know, 3 or 4 of them in our indoor facility, which is nice to kind of have and mess around with if you're trying to mess with the pitch a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Iowa because you guys, as a program, seem to be turning a corner. You guys have offense, you guys have pitching, you've got some young pitching that's coming up right now. It seems like a program that's on the up and up and should be able to continue to build upon what you guys have in 2021 or 2022. What do you attribute to that? I mean, what's the culture like at Iowa? What are some of your favorite things about being a Hawkeye?
My favorite thing is just how it's a family feel. Especially stepping onto campus was different. I think we had 20 some new guys this year, and so the returners really just accepted us right away, and we kind of got to work right away on the culture aspect of it. And so it's been a really fun ride, and I've had a blast coming here and being a part of this team. And I feel like we are kind of hitting that corner where the offense is starting to really do their thing, and then the pitchers are backing them up. And so it's nice that when the pitchers don't go out and throw well, the offense there to back them up, and then kind of vice versa. It's been a nice balance between the two of them. I feel like, especially now with guys getting back, guys getting healthy, and guys just getting more experience, it's gonna be really big for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so you're not the biggest guy, 6'1", 180. I mean, you're a pretty. You've got a smaller frame, but God, you're athletic as hell. Is there a guy in the big leagues, a pitcher in the big leagues that you kind of look at and say, look at what he's done. I want to emulate that sort of success.
I mean, success wise, I wanna emulate kind of the Jacob Degroms of the league, just
Yeah.
because he's taller, he's skinnier, so he's got the same type of build, but he's a little bit bigger, which is something I'm working towards and growing into.
Hmm.
But just how he's able to kind of change his game and how he's really become a power pitcher and a dominant force in the league is something I want to do too.
Speaking of power pitcher, I know you've touched 99, but have you clocked yourself at triple digits on side sessions or anything?
I have not. I think the hardest I hit in a side session was 98,
Hmm.
as far as I know at least. And I know that it's kind of just a work in progress, and it's going to be a daily grind to get there.
Yeah, yeah, not something you want to force. All right, so moving forward, the draft is coming up. It's about 2.5 months away. What sorts of things do you want to develop and grow, and how do you want to kind of tinker between now and then? And What sort of team goals do you have?
Team goals, we want to win the Big Ten. We want to make a regional, win the Big Ten championship outright, and then also the Big Ten tournament. I feel like with the group of guys that we had this year, we can do something really special that we haven't done at Iowa in a long time. So it'll be a lot of fun, kind of coming down this last home stretch here and kind of see how things shake out in the Big Ten, and then going into the tournament is gonna be a wild ride, and I'm really excited for it. Draft, honestly, I haven't thought too much about it. I feel like I just need to stay focused on the day-to-day stuff and just enjoy my time here at Iowa while I still have it, and just enjoy every second with these guys, because it's an amazing group, and I couldn't be happier and couldn't ask for a better group of guys to go through this season with.
I dig it, man. All right, so I like to keep guys on their toes here at the end, do some rapid fire questions, and just kind of see where they go. First question would be: I'm sure you've done a million Zooms now with teams kind of interested in learning more about you. What's the craziest question you've gotten?
The craziest question I got was, what was the last song I listened to?
And the answer?
At the time, it was "Lot to Learn."
Oh, that's not bad. Okay,
Yeah, so I was
it
like,
could have been
"Oh,"
worse.
and, like, at the time, I was like, I have no idea, I gotta check my phone, I just something on the way home from practice, I couldn't tell you off the top of my
There
head.
you go. So second question, so we interviewed Brody Brecht last year. Who's got the better head of hair?
Brody, for sure. He's got the good hair. I'm at the point where I'm ready to cut it off. It's just kinda finding time in between the weekend stuff and then midweeks and in class and stuff, especially with finals coming up. It's just kinda once school's done, it'll look different.
Who's got the better fastball?
Ah, I would have to honestly say I feel like I can take him. I know he's got the velo, but I feel like I can spot up maybe just a little bit better than him, but he definitely it's a lot of fun seeing him throw, especially from the side, and just kinda seeing our team's reaction, but then also the other team's reaction when they see the kind of numbers that a true freshman's putting up is really exciting, and I've kind of just tried to help him every single way that I can and just really keep his confidence up, because he's gonna be an incredible baseball player in the future. Not that he's not already one, but I know that he has a lot more development to do, and with only kind of working with Robin for the time that he does, he's made great strides already, and I'm excited
Absolutely.
for him.
You got that little ounce of polish that he doesn't have just yet, but
Not
it'll
yet.
come.
He's
It'll
working
come.
on it. He's getting into it. I think just the more time we can get with Robin, the better it's going to be for him, and he's going to be a superstar.
All right, how about an at bat against Peyton Williams? You get 10 at bats against him. How many times you striking out Peyton Williams?
Striking him out,
Oh yeah,
uh,
these are rapid fire, man. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat.
striking him out, I would say 2 to 3.
Okay.
And that's kind of pushing it. He's got a really good bat. He always finds contact and has a big league eye. He knows his strike zone. He knows what's borderline, what is out, and he really works at bat. So it's been, again, a lot of fun watching him from the dugout, especially when he's hitting those monster tanks.
Yeah, they are monster tanks. He's a big boy. All right, last question. It's what we went, what we end every show on. What is the most random fact you know about absolutely anything that not a lot of people know?
Um, I can use Robin on this. We every season, he has a PowerPoint that we go through as pitchers, and he said that 58% of first batter walks end up scoring
58% of first batter walks end up scoring in college,
in all of baseball.
in baseball in general.
Assuming pros and college.
Yeah, don't walk the first batter.
Yeah,
That's
don't walk them because it's never gonna be good for you. The odds
and
are not.
with your improved command, I don't see you walking too many batters anymore.
I'm hoping so.
Seriously, there was a 4-week
First
stretch there
grade.
where I don't think you walked a batter. So kudos, man. Adam Mazur, Iowa Hawkeyes, one of the biggest breakthrough stars of 2022. Adam, can't wait to see what the rest of this season has for you in Iowa. And I truly do believe there are big things on the horizon in your pro career if that's the way that you decide to go next season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.